for the swarm.
Alright, YouTubers, second set here. Kal looking a little bit exasperated there, I have to say. He's like, come on, infested Terrans, are you kidding me? But some very innovative play there from ZerO, and we'll see if he can carry that over a little bit into Outsider here, the next map in the map pool. Even though there is no neutral command center on Outsider, unfortunately ZerO. So Kal might be able to pull a comeback here, much like Lita did against the Zerg. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, every season it's always interesting to find out which round of 16 seed from the last season will go down, because there are always seeds to go down. Lita had a close call a couple days ago against the Zerg. He lost the first game, much like Kal did right there. So we'll see if Kal can make the same epic comeback and protect his seed spot. Over at the 9 o'clock position in orange was ZerO, and down here at the 7 o'clock, no wait, that's not 7 o'clock, that's 5 o'clock position in beige is Kal. Don't worry, Kal, no neutral command center here. You don't have to fear all of your cannons going down in one shot this time. But yeah, that was absolutely nuts. That is definitely the first time I've ever seen an infested Terran in a pro game. If you know any other older matches, I'm sure it would have to be hella old. But if you know an older match with an infested Terran in it, please make sure to link me, because I would like to watch it. Kal is sweating profusely here. They're zooming in on his face, showing that he definitely tried his best there in that last game to get a lot of storms in. And it really took its toll on him. He's sweating like a warehouse worker right now. I think that ZerO is going to go for a similar build. Yes, the exact same build so far, Overpool, and probably going to expand twice again as the pattern that I've noticed for round of 36 for players that are, say, less experienced in the OSL format. They tend to go for the same builds over and over. Of course, we're not going to see infested Terrans here, but it's probably going to be a similar Hydra break as last game. And Kal is going to get the scout here in the right direction, and I think ZerO, having seen that probe, will be able to scout the right direction too and find out what Kal's up to. And Kal definitely going to try his best to win this one. You can already tell he's microing his butt off here to take out a drone here. He wants an absolute early advantage here so he doesn't have to deal with that craziness like he did in the last game. He doesn't want to be contained again. And he's going for 2 gateways here at the beginning, so Kal's going to rush. And ZerO is not going to scout this for a while, and I think Kal might be able to move out with his zealots before those gateways are scouted. Since ZerO scouted the wrong direction with that initial overlord, he's just now throwing his second overlord down. And Kal's still trying to take out that drone. I'm not sure exactly how much health that one drone has left, but Kal's going to still try to take it down and get that advantage on ZerO. ZerO's moving up and around with his overlords, making sure Kal isn't at the 2 o'clock base. While Kal, I think Kal might be going for a speed lot rush here. Either that, or he's just going to pump a very large initial army here with maybe a couple of Dragoons alongside. Finally being scouted, though, as Zergling running into Kal's base. While Kal is forced to, Kal did not block his choke at all there, so he let a complete scout from the Zergling come into his base, seeing that cybernetics core going down behind the mineral line there. Kal coming down. He has quite a few zealots here since he went for gateway first. It's going to take him a while to get his second base, but ZerO already has his second hatchery up and running there. Ooh, a probe going down there from one Zergling. So, man, Kal's really going to have to pick up his micro here and keep probes from going down to one single Zergling. Kal isn't even pulling back with his zealots. He knows he has to block that choke and block that ramp and make sure... because these Zerglings are speed upgraded. So ZerO might be thinking about doing a run-by of sorts. Or maybe just trying to fool Kal into thinking he might be going for a run-by. But either way, Kal is blocking his ramp right now, and he's only devoting one zealot to taking that Zergling down. And let's see what's coming down. The Stargate coming down for Kal. So he's just teching straight to Stargate, getting 2 initial gateways here to get a large army out to deal with any initial Zergling pushes that ZerO might be thinking about doing. And ZerO has another hatchery coming down inside of his main. He still hasn't put down a Hydralisk den or anything like that. So he might be a little bit hard-pressed to fend off the Corsairs that will be coming out very, very soon. He's probably going to lose an Overlord or 2 to that initial Corsair. Here's the forge coming down. So Kal is going to try to expand soon. This tends to be the pattern of a Protoss that goes gateway first. They put down the forge, and then they slowly move out to their natural, throw down a pylon, sit there with their army, and then wait for cannons to warp in before they put down the second nexus. And there's a Dragoon chasing that speed upgraded Zergling that is still trying to come around here and get the scout on everything. I'm surprised Kal has let that Zergling live as long as it has, although I guess it is speed upgraded, so it's going to be a bit difficult to get rid of. Pesky Zergling. Kal coming out here, ZerO losing 1 Zergling there. Wasn't quite paying attention until he saw a red box on his minimap, I'm sure, and heard the Overmind say, "Our troops are under attack," or whatever. But looks like the Zergling's still in here, still getting the scout and everything. So if Kal's going to put down another building here, I think he's going to be at a major disadvantage, since ZerO will be able to get the scout on everything. Kal is anticipating Mutalisk here. He's putting down his cannons, just trying to be absolutely super safe here, that he's not going to be bombarded by Mutalisk here. And another couple of Zerglings sneaking into the base, actually, so Kal might lose some probes here if he's not too careful. There is the Corsair coming out here, and the Hydralisks are finally out. Spire coming up as well. So I think that mainly is going to be for Scourge to take out any more Corsairs, although Kal is not pumping any more Corsairs. Uh-oh, it looks like ZerO is coming in here with a bunch of Zerglings. This could be bad for Kal if ZerO manages to sneak by these Zealots. It looks like, oh, what is ZerO doing? Okay, he's finally coming in trying to snipe these cannons for whatever reason, trying to get rid of the cannons. Sniping a couple of probes here as well. So ZerO got some pretty good damage done there. Although I think he probably should have run by those Zealots into the main, where he could have caused a lot of damage here, even though there is a cannon. ZerO's coming down with even more Zerglings, so he's saving up gas, I think, for Mutalisk. I think he is saving up for Mutalisk, since he has some idle larvae there as well. A couple of cannons coming down at Kal's front door. Kal does not have a whole lot to deal with Mutalisk if ZerO should decide to commit to Mutalisk, which I think he's doing. He has an awful lot of idle larvae here. So I think he's saving up gas by pumping all of those Zerglings, and he is pumping some Mutalisk now, I think. Either that or Scourge. We will find out soon enough. I think Mutalisk would be a very good idea, even though Kal, he has 1 cannon at his main, but 1 cannon, that's not going to fend off a group of, say, 6 Mutalisks. Plus, Kal has only pumped 1 Corsair, to my knowledge. So, he doesn't have a whole lot of Dragoons either. He has another... Okay, there are a couple of Scourge out here. 4 Scourge out. So, ZerO, he might be going for Mutalisk, or he might not. Still, the Scourge... I think there's more Scourge than there are Corsairs to take them down, though. I think there's still that only 1 Corsair out, so I think Kal is committing to a ground troop to fend off any ground pushes from ZerO. Yeah, Kal getting up his expansion there, and still anticipating Mutalisk here. He's finally pumping some more Corsairs. And he has a couple of cannons here, just getting ready for a Mutalisk attack. He has even more cannons coming up here, so he's just cannoning up. And Lurker actually attacking Kal right now. Kal's got to move back here a little bit and get his Zealots out of harm's way. Still being attacked by this Lurker. Kal, for whatever reason, he left his Zealot there for a long time, taking hits from that Lurker. But now he's coming up with a lot of Corsairs here. I think ZerO is prepared here. He has a... he had a creep colony there that he can morph into a spore whenever he needed to. I think that he left that a creep colony just so he could morph it to a spore later. But quite a few Overlords going down here now, so Kal's getting some good harassment here. He's breaking down that supply from ZerO. He's kind of sacrificing his Corsairs. But I don't think any Corsairs went down there, so Kal did a fantastic job there of picking off 3 Overlords and then getting out of dodge, as they say. And there's still one Scourge in here getting the scout. So ZerO's been doing some fantastic scouting this game. With the initial Zergling. Oh, picking at that Corsair. One Scourge did manage to land on that Corsair. Heavy Corsair build from Kal. So this could be very, very heavy Corsairs.